Well, we are in Rooks County, outside of Stockton, almost the Rooks-Graham County line. Once again, talking with Dan Atkisson, who is the president of the National Sorghum Producers. Dan, want to get your take. Just now a few days away, sign-up has begun on this latest market facilitation program. What are your thoughts, especially when it comes to sorghum and maybe the overall for all the farm commodities?
Yeah, I think it was interesting to see the rollout of this program. MFP 2.0 is going to be a little bit different than it was last year. So, I think from the sorghum producers' point of view, I think we feel like our sorghum producers were well represented. When we begin to look at the payment rates per acre rather than by the bushel, it sure looks like sorghum growers in this area will be getting maybe even a touch higher payments than they did a year ago.
Have you had a good indication of the formula, the way it was done, and the way maybe sorghum was treated a little better than it was in the first round?
So far we haven't got that information. USDA's promised to have that out soon, but all they've really announced right now is just the numbers, the dollar figures per acre by county.
So you were in D.C. not too long ago meeting with the president on the USMCA, but was this situation talked about more? Did you kind of have an inkling of what may happen, or did this all kind of come at the last minute when we knew what the county rates would be?
Really at that point, it was just a dollar figure. It was the billions of the $16 billion figure. And at that point, we had no idea how it was going to be distributed or whether it was going to be on planted acres, base acres. At that point, there was really no formula. So we've gotten a little closer, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks, USDA will get us those numbers, and we'll kind of get a better idea of where all the payments are coming from and how the formula was created.
Well, we know the spring and early summer was pretty ideal for growing sorghum, but in the last couple of weeks, most of the region has not seen a lot of precipitation. Any reports from maybe down south how things are and things here in your area?
Sorghum is grown all the way from the very tip of Texas all the way up through the Dakotas. The South Texas guys have already begun harvesting their crop, and a lot of that crop's already out of the field. Yields down there were good. Sugarcane aphid pressure was very low, so those guys had a much better crop than they did a year ago. Crop conditions throughout, the high plains are good. I think they're deteriorating pretty rapidly depending on the area. Here in Rooks and Graham counties, we're getting really, really dry, so our fall crops are really needing a drink of water.
We're talking with Dan Atkisson, who is the president of the National Sorghum Producers. We're on his farm in Rooks County, and we'll be back with more in just a moment.